Students, welcome to ACE Online. As you know that from the past 25 years, ACE is known for quality education. With same passion, with the same dedication, with the same team, and we are going to launch SSC CGL course. How and when we are going to launch the course, and definitely I'll give you the details. Okay, and in this video, first you should know that in this video what we are going to be discuss. And actually, in this video, the first part we are going to discuss SSC CGL notification. As everyone aware of that notification details, but based on some student demands and some students who recently decide to prepare for SSC examination, and they demanded me that, sir, why don't you discuss about notification in a short-term manner? So in this video, the first part I am going to discuss SSC CGL notification in a smart manner. Second thing we are going to discuss about introduction to general awareness. So how many marks, what is the section, and how they are asking questions, okay, what is the syllabus, and we are going to discuss about introduction to general awareness. And the third part, interesting part, is introduction to history. So let us go through that. What is this, man? Most important thing. Can you tell me, if you want to get a central government job or just a government job, what is the most important thing? Can you make a comment? What is the most important thing to get the central government job or any government job usually? I know that you are going to make some, you are going to think in a different way, but my way of thinking is different here. Okay, of course it is maybe a bad joke. Okay, when you want to get the central government job or state government job, and most important thing is applying for the examination. Am I right? I think surely it is a bad joke, right? So why I am making this statement? Because the last date for the examination, SSC CGL, that is January 23rd. I hope that most of the students already applied for the examination. If anyone who is watching this video, if you did not apply for the exam, after watching my video, please go and apply. So don't wait for last minute, right? Okay. So let us discuss about SSC CGL notification 2021. So remember that in this video, I'm going to discuss only what is the scheme of the examination, what is the age limit, and what are the educational qualifications. That is what I'm going to discuss. Clear? First, what are the types of central services or central jobs? You know that the central services are classified into Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. I think you know about the Group A. In Group A, the highest services or highest post, and we call them as a All India services. As you already aware of that, this All India services like IAS, IPS, and IFS. And for these posts, the recruitment carried out by everyone knows that UPSC, that highest level in India. And after that civil service, after that IAS, IPS, some other group post, the next level is Group B and Group C. Sir, what are the posts related to Group B and Group C? Like assistant, like inspector, in various ministries, various departments, organizations, constitutional bodies, and statutory bodies. In those ministries, departments, and some kind of B and C cadre post, recruited by SSC, that is Staff Selection Commission. Remaining is Group D. Of course, no need to discuss here what about the Group D. And recently, Staff Selection Commission released a notification, and in that notification, how many different types of posts are mentioned. So as per 2021 notification, come to Group B, totally 25 posts mentioned. Okay, totally 25 posts mentioned, Group B. And Group C, 11 posts mentioned. So totally, it is not about number of vacancies, my dear students. It is about various types of posts. So Group B, 25 posts, Group C, 11. Next, most of the posts recruited by SSC organization are non-guested. There are some guested posts are there. I would like to mention Assistant Audit Officer, Assistant Account Officer. Apart from that, remaining all the posts are non-guested. Clear? Next, vacancies. You know that very well, whenever the notification comes out, most of the students having one question in their mind. And most of the students used to ask the faculties like me, sir, how many vacancies are there? How many number of vacancies are there? Now you tell me, how many vacancies you want? Do you want 1 lakh? Do you want 1 crore? How many vacancies? Actually, don't bother about the vacancies. You need one post, right? Think about the one post. Why unnecessarily Students are making noise about number of vacancies. If you have the courage, and don't think about the vacancies. So think about one post, and don't ever think about the number of vacancies. If there is one post, aim for it. Clear? But it is my duty to tell you, previous vacancies. These are rough figures, not exact figures. Clear? 2017, more than 9,000 vacancies. 2017-18 notification and more than 10,000 vacancies. 2019-20, more than 8,000 vacancies. 2021-22. As you know, this time there is a surprise. What is surprise? The surprise is number of vacancies are not mentioned. That is the biggest surprise for you. That's why I'm telling, don't think about the vacancies. Obviously, there is a post, one post that reserved for you, aim for that. Okay, we discussed about vacancies, that is okay. Whenever you apply for any competitive examination, the UPSC, SSC, any examination, and before applying for that examination, every student must know about two things. One is the age limit, second is the educational qualifications. As we young people, we don't think about the age limit because we are the young generation, we are the young people. There is no problem for us regarding age limit. For some people it is required, right? First know about the age limit. So age criteria, this year whoever already applied, whoever want to apply for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so please think that the cutoff date for your age limit is January 1st. Is it clear? Okay. And because SSC is recruiting for various posts, the age limit is also different. For different posts, different age limit is there. So based on that, I categorized into 4 group ages. So one is 18 to 27, second is 18 to 30, third one 18 to 32, and fourth one 20 to 30. Is it clear? Suppose if your age is 31, okay, and if your age is 32 or if age is 33, sir, my age is 31, am I eligible for only few posts? Don't worry, man, because there is a age relaxation is there. Usually for SC, ST, 5 years, that means 27 plus 5, 30 plus 5, 32 plus 5, 30 plus 5. So don't bother about that. Let us see what are the age relaxations mentioned by SSC. So SC, ST, age relaxation 5 years, and OBC 3 years, PWD unreserved 10 years, PWD OBC 13 years, PWD SC, ST 15 years, ex-servicemen 3 years, and defense. Even then some special concession is there, relaxation is there for women, married women, divorced women. Okay, for those people there is some special, okay, age relaxation is mentioned. Okay, after age, next most important thing is educational qualifications. You should know that this is what exam we are writing, for which exam you applied? CGL. What do you mean by CGL? CGL, Combined Graduate Level Examination. So if you want to write this examination, the basic eligible criteria, okay, the essential qualification, bachelor degree from any university, everybody knows that. Okay, but in this SSC CGL, and some post requires some special qualification, okay, desirable qualification. For some post, remaining all the post, the graduation is enough. For some specific post, specific education is required. That is desirable qualifications, like the post I am mentioning, assistant audit officer, assistant account officer, assistant account officer, junior statistical officer, statistical investigator officer, some posts are there. And if you apply for this post, you should have some special educational qualification. Otherwise, essential education is enough. Correct? Okay. Now what is the selection mode? How SSC is going to recruit you? How SSC is going to select you? Okay, there are many stages are there. Total there are 4 stages, and we call them as a tier. Tier, it doesn't mean that, that is, of course, that will also a bad joke. Tier means not the vehicle tire, okay. 4 tiers are there. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. Okay, many people, some new students, they are thinking that Tier 1 is like a prelims and Tier 1 is like entrance exam. No. Remember that Tier 1 is the first stage, okay. But what are the marks you are going to score in Tier 1 is going to be included in the total marks. So each and every mark in the Tier 1 is very, very important thing. So Tier 1, Tier 2, both are computer based exams. Multiple choice, objective, multiple choice, computer based. If you qualify in Tier 1, you'll go to Tier 2. After Tier 1 and Tier 2, you'll go to Tier 3. But Tier 3 is a descriptive exam, pen and paper, where you are going to write letter writing, precise application writing, and essay writing. That is a Tier 3 descriptive exam. So after Tier 1, Tier 2 only, there will be Tier 3. For every candidate who is appearing for this SSC CGL, and you have to go through 3 stages. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 compulsory. Clear? But Tier 4 is not for everyone. For specific post only, there is a Tier 4. For specific post only, there is a Tier 4. So in the Tier 4, they are going to conduct a computer proficiency test or data entry skill test. Based on the post, you apply for that. Based on that, and you are going to appear for this computer proficiency test, data entry skill test. So totally. Okay, let us see. Of course, some students already know about this one, but my intention in this video to give again some information to new students only. Some students already know about this information, please don't mind. Okay, so let us see Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 in details. Tier 1, that is written examination, 4 subjects, 25 questions, and each subject 25 questions and marks 50 marks. That means each question carry 2 marks, 25 into 2, 50. The duration is 1 hour. Okay, and the exam is objective type, multiple choice. And sir, is there any negative marking? Why not? There will be negative marking. Then only the real people will come out when there is a negative marking. So negative marking 0.50 for each wrong answer. So you must be careful, right? So if you qualify in Tier 1, you go to the next level, that is Tier 2. In Tier 2, we have 2 papers. Paper 1 quantitative abilities, paper 2 English language and comprehension. Paper 1 number of questions 100, marks 200, time given 2 hours. And paper 2 200 questions, 200 marks, time is 2 hours. Some students already have that. Sir, in Tier 2 there are 4 papers, but you are talking about 2 papers. Yes, I know that. But in Tier 2, paper 1, paper 2 is for everyone. In Tier 2, paper 1 and paper 2 is for everyone. Whoever apply for CGL, they have to write paper 1, paper 2. Clear? Everyone, for everyone. But this paper 3, paper 4 for only specific post. So paper 3 statistics, 100 questions, 200 marks, 2 hours. And paper 4 general studies, finance and economics, 100 questions, 200 marks, 2 hours. These 2 papers for all, not all people, not all the students, only for specific post. Clear? Okay. Then what about the type of examination, objective type and multiple choice? What about the native marking? Here the native marking is slight difference. As usual, like Tier 1, in Tier 1 0.50, right? And here in Tier 2 also 0.50. For paper 1, paper 3, paper 4, same 0.50. Only difference is paper 2. For paper 2, the native marking is 0.25. Why the paper 2 is so special, sir? There is nothing special. Simple thing is, for paper 2, number of questions are 200. When the 100 question native marking is 0.50, when the 200 questions are there, the native marking is 0.25. That is the only difference. Don't think too much, right? Okay. This is Tier 2. And if you also qualify in Tier 2, you will go to Tier 3. Tier 3 is pen and paper, where you have to excel your writing skills, your ability, essay writing, letter writing, precise writing. I hope that you can remember your school days. But school letter writing is different and this letter writing. In school you used to write to headmaster, but here you have to write to SSC. Okay, so it is based on pen and paper mode and descriptive paper in English and Hindi. And you have to write essay, precise letter writing. The maximum marks 100, the time is 1 hour. Maximum marks 100, the time is 1 hour. This is Tier 3. And after Tier 3, we have a Tier 4. Tier 4. So come to Tier 4, there are 2 types of tests. I told you that this is not for everyone. For specific post only, and for specific post only, this test is conducted. Computer proficiency test. For whom? For whom this test? The tax assistants in CBIC and CBDT, UDC, SSA in Central Bureau of Narcotics, data entry skill test, assistants in some ministries organizations, and inspector in some organization. I am not mentioned specially here, I told you already. So this is the Tier 4. So Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 and Tier 4. As I told that Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 is for everyone. Tier 4 is different. So this is the just only the mode of selection. After that we have commonly there is a document verification, everything is there. Okay. Is it clear? Right. Now I explained the first part clearly. What is SSC CGL notification? Clear. What actually AS Online is offering for you? What actually AS Online is offering for you? Number one, we are providing free live sessions. I know that from the last 2 days, you're watching live sessions. This is the third live session. And these sessions are going to be continued. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, every day there will be a live session. And these live sessions are very helpful for you, all the students who are appearing for the SSC CGL examination. And what you can expect from these live sessions? Usually, our quant team, English team, and they are going to explain the basic concepts sometime, and they are going to explain different examples, so you know that. And from GS part also, and we are going to explain some concepts and most important previous questions. Through live sessions, we are going to provide previous questions explanation. And this explanation will help you a lot. Because based on previous question, you can get an idea, how they're asking questions in history, how they're asking questions in science. And this kind of information you will get only through previous question explanation. And tomorrow, see the same face again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Okay. Sorry. Second thing is pre-recorded videos. So we are going to offer SSC CGL course, but details are announced soon. But we are going to launch the SSC CGL course pre-recorded videos. Online remaining details are announced in next video. Obviously, we are going to solve your questions, question and answer, right? And we are announcing test series also, obviously. And most important thing, for this I am feeling very happy. Before the examination, for example, there is examination after 30 days or 15 days, 10 days like that. And this year, before the examination, and our AS line will provide some special sessions. And that session will help you a lot to crack the exam very easily. Not now, I am telling that will be before the examination. Okay? Right. So this is that we are going to offer through AS line. But more the details about the course and all these things when we are going to launch, all the details I'll give you very soon. Right? And the second part, coming for the second part, strategy for general awareness. When you say awareness, usually who are preparing for the SSC CGL or any examination, most of the students will give one expression. Oh, what is this? I think, what is this? Through this video you can understand. Most of the students, when we say general awareness, they say that sir, it is very vast. General awareness is very vast. General awareness is ocean. So ocean is very big, right? So general awareness, the general knowledge is also very big. So by saying that general awareness is ocean, they are neglecting general awareness. They are skipping the general awareness. Remember that bigger the fear and leads to bigger the failure. And bigger the courage will leads to bigger the success. Okay man, if it is the ocean, what is the problem? There is a way, surfing, right? Bigger the wave, no problem at all. And we human beings have the courage, have the skills to conquer anything like ocean also, right? So don't unnecessarily think and don't unnecessarily skip the general awareness by saying age-old word. General awareness is very vast. Ocean, so what man, so what? If it is the ocean, what happened? Okay, we are here for you. You can do it. So, in Tier 1 there is a general awareness, in Tier 2 there is no general awareness. Everybody knows that, I know that. So, whatever the marks you are scoring in Tier 1 is going to be included in total selection. Then how can you ignore this part, general awareness, right? Let me tell you one thing, this is the section, is very easiest section to score the marks. It's very easy because questions are very direct. See, you are not writing any UPSC examination, am I right? You are not writing any UPSC examination and questions are not lengthy, questions are not deep. All the questions are very direct question, and by reading that question you can understand that whether you are able to give the answer or not. Simple. So general awareness will save your time. Is it clear? And within the less time, you can attend to more number of questions that will happen only in general awareness only. Okay? Reading question takes less time, solving the question takes less time, and that remaining time you can spend on English and reasoning, quant aptitude, whatever may be. So, easy and direct question. I told already, less time and more the marks. Now example, 25 questions are there. Everyone knows that. And from these 25 questions, for example, we want to solve 20 questions and each question carry 2 marks. Am I right? So 20 questions, how many minutes it will take to solve the 20 questions? How many minutes it will take to solve the 20 questions? Hardly 5 to 8 minutes. That's enough. So that's why I tell you, less the time, more the marks. And the beauty in general awareness is, no need to spend the more time to understand the question. Within seconds, by reading the question, get an idea whether you know the question, whether you don't know the question. Is it clear? So the beauty of general awareness is, lesser the time, more the marks. Ask any person who cracked CGL, they'll tell the same thing. This is a success for. And one more thing, advantage for you in general awareness, that is repeated questions. See man, usual UPSC, other things, they are going to conduct the examination every year only once. Only few questions are there. But our SSC is like a marathon. You know that every day 3 sessions are there. Imagine 10 days, 3 sessions, 30 sessions. In every session, there will be science question, history question, geography question, all the questions are there. And every year, most of the time, right? Then obviously some questions. So, if you practice from previous question, there is advantage to get some marks. There is advantage in general awareness also. Clear? So don't think that the general awareness is very, ocean, very difficult. No. Remove that word from your mind. And ACE Online is promising that we are going to make you general awareness very easy. I mean, don't think that general awareness is very easy. We are going to make that as very easy for you. So that is a promise I can give you as a faculty. How to get the 40 marks? Sir, is it possible? I heard so many times, many students are saying that, sir, it's very difficult to get 40 plus marks in general awareness. Why not? No, not like that. You can get 40 plus. But I told you the approach for the general awareness. If you feel it is a very complex, is very big, you cannot do anything. Is it clear? The way you are going to think about the subject, the way you are going to prepare for the subject, that is makes you difference. Am I right? Okay. So the first thing, so if you want to get the more marks in general awareness, what you have to do? The first most important thing is know the syllabus and know the subject word weightage. That is important. Because there are various subjects are there. First you should know that from which subject more questions are coming. From which subject, from which chapter less number of questions are coming. So that you can allot more time to the subject which has more weightage. That is the smart work. So, know the subject, syllabus, know the limit, know the boundaries and know the weightage. Based on that, you have to prepare for your plan. Next one, previous questions. See, most of the students are doing one biggest mistake. What is the biggest mistake is, they are solving previous questions, that's it. No. Why we always as a faculty advise to the students go through previous questions is, you can understand that how they are framing the questions from each and every chapter, from each and every subject. For example, in Indian history, for example, we have a Mughal Empire is there, Delhi Sultans are there. You can read about Delhi Sultans any number of days, you can discuss for hours also. But that much of discussion is required for our examination? No. How much data you have to read about the Delhi Sultanate, about the Mughal Emperor, how you can get the clarity? By observing previous question. When you look at the previous questions of history, acha, like this they are asking the questions. Okay, I'll prepare in that way only. So prepare according to the examination. So no need to, we are not here to do the PhD, we are not here to become the master of the subject. So we are here, only simple thing is, you have to prepare according to examination, according to previous questions. Next, basic concepts. And don't worry about the general awareness. Have focus on very basic concepts like school level like that. Okay. Second thing is facts. Most of the questions are direct questions. All are factual questions. Simply how to memorize it. So make a habit of reading the actual factual information every day. So allot some time for the factual information. When you read the factual information repeatedly, you are going to be remember. So most of the questions are fact-based questions. Some questions are concept-based. For example, if you take the economy, concept-based questions are there. If you take the economy, concept questions are there. If you take the geography, some concept-based questions, some fact questions are there. History always fact questions only, like that. Sir, is there any need to read the books for general awareness? In my point of view, no need to buy bigger the books for general awareness. No need of that. You are not preparing for the UPS. You are preparing for SSC CGL. Buy any book, obviously AS Online books are very beautiful, and we prepared those books in a such a way that will help you a lot for SSC CGL. So buy any, usually our books are enough for the cracking the SSC CGL examination. So if you really want to buy any one book, that is enough. No need to buy subject wise depth books, not at all important. Okay, next, mock test. One of the most important thing to success in a competitive examination like SSC CGL, writing mock test, the test series is very, very, very important, and that will play a key role. But let me tell you one thing. Sir, most of the students are attempting mock test, but don't tell like that. See, most of the people are attempting mock test, but in which way you are attempting? In which way you are attempting mock test? How you are utilizing mock test for your preparation? That is the most important thing. Let me tell you how to utilize the mock test in a right way. First one, divide the time. When you write a mock test, feel it is like a real exam. Feel it is like a real exam. Don't think that, okay, it is a mock test, have a cup of coffee, like that. Don't write the mock test like that. No. So feel like that you are in a final match. Suppose if you watch the final match of World Cup, how it will looks like that? Same thing like that here also. So when you write the mock test every day you have to write the mock test. When you write the mock test, feel like it is a final exam. And allot the time according to that. For example, general awareness is there, quant aptitude is there, reasoning is there. So please allot the time according to the questions or subject. That is the most important thing. So don't, okay, I'll open the general awareness, I'll spend it for 30 minutes. No, don't do that. Allot the time each and every section wise in before. According to that you have to go. So make it a habit of that. That is the most important thing. Second thing, native marks. Most of the students are, when they're writing mark test, they're taking native mark in a simple way. I mean, they're neglecting the native marks. Okay, this is a mark test. If I attend the question, what happened? No. That's why I said, when you're writing mark test, feel this is a real test, final test that will decide your job. So serious about the native marking also. During mark test, don't take lenience that you're writing mark test and attempt all the number of questions. No. In any competitive examination, attempting question is not the matter. How many questions you attempted accurately, that is the matter. The native marking will eat you like pizza and burger, you all the marks, right? Like that. Like how inflation eat your money, the native marking will eat your money like a pizza and burger. And next one, identify mistakes. Suppose you today wrote the mark test, you got some marks, then go and analyze, go and check it, where you did mistakes, where you get the high marks, where you get the low marks. So why you are not able to get it. So for this purpose, you have to go for evaluation of test series. Once you complete the test series, go for evaluation. Okay, test series number 1, I got 20 marks. Okay, I got 20 marks, right? With the 20 marks, from quant section, from reasoning section, from English section, please write it, make it a note of that. Every day you should ensure that there will be a growth. Every day you should ensure that there will be a growth. Each and every after test series, there should be improvement. So take it as a positive way. So my intention is, when you're writing test series, please evaluate from that test series. Learn from that test series. Is it clear? That is the most important thing. And write AMAC. AMAC is not like a shortcut. Don't think the reasoning. As much as you can. AM means as much as you can. So most the test series, most the number of mark tests you write, and there is the bigger the chance to get the job. Clear? Okay. So this is what I want to tell you about the mock test. So from your side, if you have any queries, for 1 minute, I am ready to answer. Okay, right, definitely. So subject wise analysis, right? So now we are going to discuss about the subject wise weightage. Clear? So this is a table about Kalyani, definitely I cannot say because it depending on the situation, present situation. Yeah, syllabus for general awareness, I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain about syllabus about general awareness. How many sessions would be there for general awareness? Reddy Garu, as much as we can. Most of the sessions, of course, apart from quant and English, we are going to connect for general awareness also, as much as we can. Varun, history and culture. I am going to deal with history and culture. Shravanti, within few days, I'll tell you about the test series or mock test. I'll announce. Definitely. So let me tell you the subject-wise weightage. After that, I'll explain the syllabus. So this is subject-wise. I told you, when you're preparing for the competitive examination, knowing the subject weightage is very, very important. So based on that, you can give the priority, top priority and the low priority. If you see, this is the last year examination, and if we say here August 13th, session 2, shift 2. So polity 1 question, Indian history 5 questions, art and culture 2 questions, geography 3 questions, economy 0, general science 3 questions, general knowledge 4 questions, current affairs 7 questions. Is it clear? Same shift 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, 4, 4. And this is August 16th, polity 1 question, and history 3 questions, art and culture 3 questions, geography 4 questions, economy 2 questions, general science 4 questions, general knowledge 4 questions, current affairs 4 questions. The weightage is not the same, but you can say that 4 to 6, 1 to 3. For example, if you say economy means 1 or 2 questions are coming. If you take for example general science together, physics, chemistry, biology, I put biology, physics, chemistry together as a general science. So general science sometimes you can see 6 questions. And current affairs also, if you see in the first session, 7 questions are there. The weightage is not exactly same every year, but slightly difference is there. Okay, let us go to the next slide. So this is about the session shift which was happened August 17th. August 17th, shift 1. If you see Indian polity, number of questions 1. Indian history 5 questions. Art and culture 0. Geography 2 questions. Economy 2. General science 5. General knowledge 4. Current affairs 6. Here on art and culture 0. Indian history 5. Polity you can see 1, 2, 1. History 5, 4, 4. Culture 0, 2, 2. Geography 2, 4, 3. Economy 2, 1, 2. General science 5, 3, 5. General knowledge 4, 0, 1. Current affairs 6, 9, 7. And based on that you will get an idea from which subject they are asking more number of questions. For that purpose only, I am giving this subject-wise weightage analysis. And this is also same August 18th, and August 20. Same thing. Okay, like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 polity, and next to history 4, 3, 3, 5, 5, 4 more questions. Culture 2, 2, 0, 1, 1, 2, and geography 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3. Minimum 3 questions. Economy 2 or 1, 2 or 1 like that. General science, obviously top priority general science, and 4, 5, 3, 4, 4, 5. Minimum 4 questions you can see. General knowledge, this is some where the fluctuations are there about the questions, sometimes 1, sometimes 0, sometimes 7. But this is always important general knowledge. You should not neglect it. Next to current affairs, recently if you see the trend, they are giving more importance to current affairs also. Yes, earlier if you observe the SSC CGL questions, the questions from current affairs is very, very less. But if you observe recent trend in general awareness, yes, they are asking more number of questions from current affairs. Current affairs can be anything. It can be award, it can be sports, it can be a summit, it can be anything. Recently happened. So they are asking questions current affairs also. Clear? Right. Next, subject-wise average marks or average questions. So general science 5 to 7 questions. Remember that if they ask 5 questions, 5 into 2, 10 marks. So don't take that 4 questions only. 4 into 2, 8 marks. Don't think about the number of questions. Think about the marks. Next to history 4 to 5, GK 4 to 6, current affairs 6 to 9, Geography 2 to 4, Polity 2 to 3, but most of the time 1 to 2. Economy 1 to 2, Art and Culture 1 to 2. Repetitively, they are asking questions from culture. There will be at least one question from culture side. In some session, 3 questions also asked. Remember that along with history, even from culture also there will be one question. Is it clear? Okay. So let us see the subject, right? So general science, history, geography, polity, economy, general knowledge, current affairs, and art and culture. So in this session, I'll try to explain about some subjects, not all the subject, okay? And remember that this is a session only for introduction purpose only, and we are not discussing anything here like a subject or not like that. This is introduction session only, where I'm trying to give the idea about the general awareness. Is it clear? Okay. So general science, history, geography, polity, economy, general knowledge, current affairs, art and culture. Let us take the polity here. Of course, there will be special sessions will be there for every subject. Remember one thing from my words, there will be session for every subject. But I am giving an idea in this session. For polity, for economy, for geography, there will be special sessions, even for current affairs also. Okay. Right. Polity, for example, if you talk about the polity, questions are very direct. So they are asking questions regarding usual articles, schedules, they are asking questions on schedules, they are asking questions on parts, okay, and they are asking questions on usually the persons or positions, and they are asking questions about the terminology. Of course, polity questions are very direct, but even the polity questions are very direct, sometimes confusion will be there. Is it clear? So if you observe the previous questions, here they are asking questions about the article. For example, very simple example. What is the article? What is the article related to UPSC? Can anyone tell me what is the article which is related to UPSC? What is the article related to State Public Service Commission? I mean, the establishment of the UPSC and also State Public Service Commission. What is the article? So I am waiting for your answer. Then what is the article regarding appointment of President of India, Supreme Court, High Court, right to education, especially fundamental right articles are very, very important. Emergency articles, fundamental rights articles, and apart from that, we have some various constitutional bodies are there, like Election Commission, like Comptroller Auditor General. So try to remember the important articles. No need to remember every article, definitely no. The faculty will tell you, the faculty will guide you. We have best faculty for polity here, and he will guide you in a very great manner about to remember the articles. Okay, right? They are asking quotation articles, schedules, parts, and here I mentioned as a person or post. Here you should have the great clarity here, right? Prime Minister, President, Vice President, Chief Election Commissioner, Governor, Comptroller Auditor General, okay, Finance Commission, and Lok Sabha Speaker, Rajya Sabha Chairman, and here CM, okay. Regarding these persons, very, very important. For example, when you say president, what you have to remember, how they are going to ask the question. For example, president. See, questions are very direct and simple. When you say president, take the example, you must know the simple articles related to president. I mean, appointment of president, removal of president, okay. For example, age, minimum age, maximum age, that is basic information requires. Apart from article, who is going to appoint the president? Is president appointed or president elected? That is one thing. And how the president of India is going to be removed? How the president of India is going to be removed? Okay. And who is going to decide the salary of president of India? So for every portion, what is the article? Who is going to appointed? How is going to be appointed? How is going to be removed? Sir, for example, I'll give you a very, very basic and silly question. President of India – submit resignation to dash. Just 1 minute. President of India submit resignation to whom? (3:15 to 3:28). Okay. President of India submit resignation to. Vice President, Chief Justice of India. Okay, Vice President submit resignation to. Okay. Lok Sabha Speaker. No. President submit resignation to Vice President. Vice President submit resignation to President. They are good friends, na? Right. So like this. See, in polity, make my words. After 1 month, after 2 months, when you say President, when you say Prime Minister, when you say Chief Minister, when you say Governor, Election Commissioner, CAG, Supreme Court Judge, High Court Judge, what kind of data you should have in your brain? Number 1, President article, Vice President article, how they are appointed, how they are removed, to whom they are going to give the resignation, what are their basic functions. This basic information is very, very important in Indian political system. Okay? Right. Right, of course, in special session, we'll discuss more about the polity. Just, I'm giving an idea. Okay. Next, in Indian economy, of course, all the questions are concept-based questions. All the questions are concept-based questions. So don't think too much about the data in economy regarding CGL examination. For other exams, the way of asking questions is different. But regarding CGL examination, regarding economy, all the questions are concept-based questions. The more the concept you know, and more the questions you are going to be solved. Like GDP, GNP, types of economy, types of markets, types of goods. And make my words, they are asking questions repeatedly regarding types of unemployment, types of goods, types of markets, okay, and types of economy. And inflation topic is there, currency topic is there, banking topic is there. Frequently they're asking questions from banking also. Of course, we'll discuss more in economy session, clear? But economy is completely concept-based questions. Make my words, concept-based questions. Okay, next, what about the general knowledge, sir? General knowledge. General knowledge is, lot of things are there, general knowledge. But even general knowledge also based on two things. Some questions look like general knowledge, but they are related to subject only. Some questions looks like GK, static GK like that, but related to subject. For example, in general knowledge you talk about the dams and rivers, am I right? That is part of geography. In GK you talk about biosphere reserves, national parks and wildlife sanctuary, that related to geography. In, for example, general knowledge you talk about the disease, bacteria-based disease, for example, okay, virus-based disease, you are going to discuss. That is part of the biology only. So, in my opinion, some parts of general knowledge already covered by subject. Is it clear? And some part of general knowledge is based on current affairs. Okay, so general knowledge is based on subject and based on the current affairs also. Is it clear? Okay. So let us see about some general knowledge issues. Number 1, what are the questions you can expect in general knowledge? First of all, festivals. This is part of general knowledge. This is part of culture also. For example, we are in the month of January. Recently, we celebrated Sankranti. Everyone knows that. But the same festival celebrated in different parts of India with different names. So I am asking you, you tell me state name and the Sankranti festival with a different name. State name and festival name. I am waiting for your answer. Karnataka, Makara Sankranti. You added Makara, right? Okay. North India, Lohiri. Enter North India or in some states, Punjab. SSC JE also. SSC JE also we are providing. Tamil Nadu Pongal, Kerala Pongal, Andhra Pongal, Andaman Nicobar Pongal, Jammu and Kashmir Pongal, all are Pongals. So my question is Sankranti festival with the different names in different states. Kerala Onam, right? Okay. See, like this is the basic information you have, but this information is not enough. So don't expect that whatever the question I asked to you, you know just now, they don't ask in examination, because these names known to everyone. Even though you are not preparing for the competitive examination, nowadays because of social media, whatever maybe, all the people know about this Onam, Pongal and Sankranti. But in every state, some different local festivals are there. In every state. You take Jammu and Kashmir, especially Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh, the festival is confined to only that state only. Okay? And that is a very, very important and where you are going to get the marks. For example, there is a festival called Bonalu festival and that happens in Telangana. Right? There is some tribal festival is there which happen only in Nagaland. So the state-wise festivals are very, very important. Clear? Okay, next to folk dances. We know about the classical dance. Everybody know classical dance. That is outdated data because we have very few classical dances. Everybody knows about Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi. This is known to everybody, man. But in examination point of view, they will ask you folk dances in different states. Now I am asking question through this session. What are the different folk dances in Maharashtra state? I am waiting for your answer. Folk dances in Maharashtra. And don't tell me that Kuchipudi Bharatanatyam. I am asking, not asking about classical dance. I am asking about folk dances in Maharashtra. Harnath, I will, in 2 days, I will tell the information about that, Harnath. Lavani. Okay. Right. See, I'll tell you a simple thing. Enjoy the subject. Enjoy the subject. When anyone preparing for UPSC, SSC, you are very lucky. Why you are very lucky? Because you are the only one person who is preparing this examination. You come across all the general studies subjects. You are going to read geography, physics, chemistry. Okay, you are going to read about environment. You are going to read the history. You are very lucky to get that kind of knowledge. Enjoy the subject. Don't feel general awareness as a burden. Don't feel strategic as a burden. Just enjoy it. Feel it is happy. Have some interest, have some curiosity when you're reading the subject. And that will make you more perfect. So just I'm giving an idea. So folk dance in every state and instruments also. Nowadays, the person who is preparing for this SSC CGL question is very interesting guy, very, very interesting guy. So because they're asking questions about musical instruments also. There was one question last year, there was some sword-like instrument is there. They are going to use in Arunachal Pradesh. And that instrument they asked in examination. They mentioned instrument, they asked about the state only. In different festivals and in different festivals in different areas, they use some different instruments. Suppose if you go to Marathi, most of the Marathi songs, if you see Marathi songs, some folk Marathi songs, they'll use some instrument. What is that instrument? It is a common instrument in every Marathi songs. Any idea? So, okay. Right, so instruments, architecture is part of anything. It can be Taj Mahal, it can be Qutub Minar, it can be Gol Gumbaj, it can be anything like that. In every state, some architecture is there. This is part of history, this is part of strategy also. Is it clear? Architecture. So who built it, where they built it, that is the most important thing. And if that architecture recognized by UNESCO, and you have to remember it. Next, UNESCO recognizes sites. This is a common question about the UNESCO heritage sites. And since in 2021, UNESCO recognized 2 sites from India, 2 places from India. And you know already, if you already know, please mention in the comment. The sites which are recognized by UNESCO in 2021. Okay, next, dams and rivers. Of course, this is part of geography, but is a part of GK also, standard GK also. Rivers and dams. When you are reading about the river origin, river tributaries, and where the river starts, where the river end. Number 1, where the river starts, where the river end. Number 2, what are the tributaries of river? Okay. Number 3, what are the important dams constructed on river? Okay. Number 4, this river goes through across some states. For example, for a very simple question, Kaveri river flows through ABCD. A, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra. B, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra. C, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. D, only Tamil Nadu. Such kind of question they are going to ask. That's why I'm telling, prepare the subject in examination point of view. So, rivers and dams, you have to be remember. And recently, any river, any dam in the news, please go through this. I'll tell you one thing I remember. Last time when the England, princes, they visited India, they went to Kaziranga National Park. And they asked a question about Kaziranga National Park in examination. Why they asked that Kaziranga National Park? It was visited by some important people. So any national park, any wildlife sanctuary is in the news. Any dam, any river in the news, or maybe dispute, or new dam, new bridge like that, please go through that. Next to national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere, this is part of geography, this is part of study GK, lakes, waterfalls, okay. And come to lakes, common silly questions, largest lake, okay, largest salt water, largest, next to disease, inventions. There is a common question in SSC examination, they are asking about inventions. X-ray invented by, okay, that kind of silly question. Of course, I can say that silly question, but most of the questions like this inventions. But you can expect the questions from this. And international organizations, there are various international organizations are there. What we have to read about international organizations regarding general awareness. Number 1, first you have to remember the headquarter. It's a common question. In SSC CGL, in every session there is a common question about the headquarter. You know about the UN headquarter, but they don't ask about the UN headquarter. Remember that very simple thing. Whatever the international organization recently in the news, try to know the headquarter. Okay, international organization headquarter, if recently the president is appointed, nominated, elected, remember that. And one of the most important thing, they're asking questions repeatedly, a report. The report published by international organizations. For example, what are the reports published by World Bank? What are the reports published by World Bank? What are the reports published by UNO? What are the reports published by World Trade Organization? What are the reports published by UNESCO? They don't ask like this question. Simply they'll give you the report name. They'll give the report name and you have to identify the organization name. ABC report published by, like that. So when you read about international organization, keep in your mind that headquarter, if the president chairman is recently appointed that person, and third one, the report published by them. And in that report, if any kind of ranks, something is there, please go through that. This is part of current affairs. Clear? And next, important days is a common question about the important days. Like, for example, Hindi Divas, World Cancer Day, AIDS Day. So many days are there. So it's a common thing, everyone knows that important days. Sometimes they're asking questions about the themes also, themes of the day. So, like this. Next one, sports, very interesting, but very disappointing. Because sports, it doesn't mean that you like Dhoni, you like Virat Kohli, no. Read the sports in examination point of view. Sports means, don't say that I will watch the sports every day, I will watch the IPL, I will watch the ODI series, South Africa, no use at all. So, know the sports in examination point of view. Usually, in SSC examination, they are asking questions about the terminology. Suppose I am the batsman. Imagine that I am like Virat Kohli, Saurabh Ganguly. I am a batter, right? And obviously, some area is there. You will use the word, right? Mid-off, mid-on. Okay. For example, where is the mid-off? Where is the mid-on? I am a batter, right? Where is the mid-off? Where is the mid-on? Some terminology is there. In SSC examination, for every sports, there is a terminology. Even though you are watching cricket, you don't know about the terminology. What are the terminology you know? I know that. Out. How is that? This is the terminology you know. And that will not give you marks. Only the football, the tennis, in cricket, in chess, try to know some terminology. They'll give you terminology and you have to identify the sports. Okay? They'll give the terminology, you have to identify the meaning. Okay? Right? Venues also. For every sport there is a venue. Very simple that. Some sports happen for every 4 years. Some sports happen for every 2 years. And some sports happen for every 1 year. For example, usually athletic championship, World Badminton Championship, World Boxing Championship, like that. These things happen every year. World Archery, World Boxing, World Athletic happen every year. And usually T20 World Cup for every 2 years. T20 World Cup for every 2 years. And ODI World Cup, Football World Cup, Cricket World Cup, usual ODI World Cup for every 4 years. And apart from that, we have Olympics for every 4 years. We have Commonwealth Games for every 4 years. We have Asian Games for every 4 years. Just identify it, simplify it. Don't make it as complex, right? Okay, 4 years, 2 years and 1 year. Now they'll ask you two types of questions. Number one, the present venue. Recently, World Boxing Championship 2022 held it. First question. Second question, 2023 World Boxing Championship will held it. Or, for example, Olympics. In Olympics, we have Winter Olympics, Summer Olympics, Youth Olympics, Para Olympics. Now they'll ask you a question. Next Winter Olympics will be held at. Next Summer Olympics will be held at. Next Asian Games will be held at. Okay, where? You have to know, that's it. So this is about the venue. Present venue, future venue. Clear? And win or loss. Sometime recently, so-and-so cup won by team. I'm asking about the team. Recently, World Badminton Championship won by. Recently, Australian Open men's singles won by. Recently, Wimbledon men's singles won by. So in tennis, if you take the tennis, usually we have 4 Grand Slams are there. Australian Open and Wimbledon, US Open, everybody knows that, right? French Open. In every Open, men's singles, women's singles, men doubles, women doubles, mixed doubles. You know all the data. Their country also. Recently, Australian men's singles won by Nayini Raju. Belongs to which country? Try to give the answer. Okay, like that, winner. And sometimes records also. Usual records in cricket, obviously, sometimes records in outside also. For example, one person won the medal in 100 meter, 200 meter, 300 meter. Or for example, Federer is there. He is a person who won 21 Grand Slams. Some kind of records. Note that point. Next, show debuted retirements and death also. In sports, sometimes great people used to die, right? So they'll mention the name. Recently, XYZ passed away, belongs to which sports? Right? Recently, so-and-so person retired from which sports? Recently, which of the following person debuted? So death, retirement, like that. You can discuss lot of things about the sports, very interesting, very irritating also. Next to awards and honors. First, you should know the different types of awards. Types of awards in the sense, I will classify it. Number one, the awards given in India. Number two, the awards at the international level. India, international level. In India, some awards given by government. Some awards usually given by private people. And awards given by government, okay. Awards, civilian awards, sports awards are there, military awards are there. You should not. First, you should know the award is given in which area. For example, Raman Magsaysay Award given to, Bharat Ratna given to whom they are giving, why they are giving the award. So Raman Magsaysay Award given in the field. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award given in the field of. So first you should know in which field they are giving award. Okay, Rajiv Gandhi Sadbhavan Award is there. In which field Rajiv Gandhi Sadbhavan Award is given? Tell me, can you tell me? Okay. So like many awards in literature, awards in military, awards in civilian, like that. And every year, you know that in January, they announce what kind of awards? Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. When one person is given award, for example, Raju sir. For example, Raju sir. Raju sir given Padma Vibhushan award. Of course, okay. Raju sir given Padma Vibhushan award. Now how they are going to ask the question? Recently, which among the following was given Padma Vibhushan award 2022? ABCD. One of the option, Raju sir. Okay. Recently, Raju sir was honored with which of the following award? ABCD, Padma Vibhushan. Recently, Raju sir was given Padma Bhushan award. He belongs to which field? ABCD, which field? Faculty. Social service, right? Isn't it? So like this, whenever a person was awarded, first, what is the award? In which field they are giving award? Why that person was given award? If he belongs to which state, he belongs to which state or which country? This is information you should know. Simply knowing the award is not enough. Okay? Get all the details. Like awards also. Types of basic information, to whom, why they are giving awards. Is it clear? And apart from persons also, first to President of India, first to Vice President of India, first to Chief Election Commissioner, some common questions. Even 2020 they asked question, first to Vice President. The first is important. Apart from that, in a list of Prime Ministers, list of President, list of Vice President, and list of RBI governors, obviously, which among the following worked as RBI governor, which among the following worked as Vice President, which of the following worked as the President and Vice President, which of the following worked as Lok Sabha Speaker. So list of PM, list of President, list of Governor, this is common, you have to be prepared. So, and persons in the news, a person can be in the news usually maybe because of appointment, because of retirement, because of death also. Okay, so till now I explained two things about the notification, about the general awareness. The third part about the history and syllabus, and after break. So I am taking 3 to 5 minutes break. After break, I will tell you about the history and its syllabus. Welcome back after two successful sessions. Now in this session, just I'm going to give an idea what is history syllabus and where you have to focus more, where you have to focus less. And so many people, same thing, many students are thinking that history is very vast. So don't think that it is very vast, we'll make it easy for you. And here regarding history, you need not know about each and everything in this depth manner. So don't go to too much depth regarding history. Most of the questions are very direct and very clear. Okay? Right. So what I am going to cover usually in history, ancient, medieval and modern. So ancient India, medieval India and modern India. And the fourth, the place one is called culture. So usually history and culture go hand in hand, right? So culture is part of the history part of the culture. So let us see what is the syllabus regarding ancient. Okay. And one more thing, before discussing all these things, let us have again an idea what is the weightage for history. Now, please, all my dear students who is watching this video, history is not just the past. History is not just the past. History means future. Okay. I hope you understand, right? Right? History ante flower anukuntiva fire kada, right? Okay, don't take it easily. History is almost 5 to 6 questions. 5 to 6 questions means 10 to 12 marks. Out of 50, history contributes 12 marks and culture 2 marks. So totally out of 50, literally 14 marks from history and culture, from history only. So history is not just a history. It will make you history. Okay. Jokes apart, right? If you see, same again, history usually how many questions? 5, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1. History and culture. See here 7 questions, 5 questions, 6 questions, 5 questions, 5 questions. And here also same. So 4 to 6 and 5, 3, 6, 6 and 6. That means history and culture minimum 12 marks. And you have one doubt in your mind. Sir, it is okay. From history they are asking question 4 or 5 or 6 or question, they are asking, that is okay. But in the history, from ancient India, from medieval India, from modern India, how many questions they are asking? So for you, yes. I am taking example of 17th August session. Shift 1, Shift 2 and Shift 3. 17th August, Shift 1, Ancient 3, Medieval 1, Modern 1. Totally 4 questions. Shift 2, Ancient 0. Previous session Ancient 3, next session 0. And Medieval 2 and Modern 2. And same 17th August, third shift, 3 questions, Medieval India 0, Modern India 1. So you cannot say that this is the importance. For if you say modern history is very important, remember that this is not the one exam. This is not the one exam. And if I say that you have to go through only modern history, definitely it is a very big loss to you. As a faculty, I should not tell like that. I don't want to tell you that read only modern history. If you read only modern history, for example, what about this student who attended this session, tell me? And in this session, 3 questions from ancient India. Middle India 0. From modern history only 1. That means if I say that focus on history and you're going to lose not the 3 questions, you're going to lose 6 marks. So usually faculty say that focus on the history. So where you have to focus more and where the questions are coming regularly. Is it clear? Okay. So the dynasty, founder, last ruler, and kings, if you're talking about the kings, every king used to have some title, right? And they used to fight the battles, and every king has some policies. So please try to remember kings and policies. This is common question in SSC CGL examination. Trust me. This is common question, repeated question. Second thing, and during that king, for example, if you take the about Akbar, or for example Samudragupta or Chandragupta Maurya or Pulakeshitu. So during that king time, in his court, there are some writers, historians are there. For example, a very common question, Kalidasa in the court of, Tanal Ramakrishna in the court of. Okay. So you have to know about that author, the writer, the historian. For example, simple common question, Kalidasa worked in the court of, Ranna worked in the court of, Pampa worked in the court of. Like that they ask you question. So in every king court there are some writers are there. So please try to remember that person and their books also. Like books and others, like literature, ancient literature or medieval literature. Next, temples, styles and buildings, right? There is a common question in every SSC CGL course. Common questions are there. They're asking question about the temple style, temple architecture. And one more thing, they're asking question about the temple location, who built it, when built it, okay, in which style they built it. Like that they're asking questions. Okay, right? So common question about the temples. Next question in examination, revolts. When you say about the revolt, we know about the Sipai revolt. But don't think that Sipai revolt is the only one topic we have. No, there are many other revolts also are there. Peasant revolts are there and tribal revolts are there. For example, if you take the tribal revolt, especially in North India, in Jharkhand, in Chhattisgarh, in West Bengal, and various tribals fought against landlords, jamindars, or maybe British. When there is a revolt, you have to remember where the revolt happened, the place, or which tribe or which people they revolted, against whom they revolted, and who is the leader. Who is the leader? For example, Rampa Rebellion. We have a person, you know about the Triple R movie? And throughout India, there is a great budget for Triple R movie. And Triple R movie is talking about two people. One is Alluri Sitaram and another person is Komaram Bhim. And these are two people who led the revolt against the British and local people. So like that, in different states, there are many leaders are there. So revolt is very, very important. And next one, movements also important. This is part of the obviously modern India. Movements means we have non-cooperation movement, Swadeshi movement, Dandi Satyagraha, Bardoli Satyagraha, Champaran Satyagraha, okay, and various revolts are there. Whenever the movement revolt happened, most important thing, where it was happened. Suppose some things happen throughout the country, no problem at all. For example, Quit India movement. Quit India movement started by Gandhiji and Congress party from Bombay. They'll ask you question, August 9th, 1942, Quit India resolution, passed it, ABCD, A, Bengaluru, B, Madras, C, Bombay, like that. So where that started, where that originated, clear number one. Number two, why it was started? So every movement happened because of one reason. For example, why non-cooperation movement started by Gandhiji? Why Quit India movement was happened? Why Swadesh movement was happened? Why Home Rule movement? When you say movement, please keep in your mind some points. Where happened? Why happened? Who launched it? For example, Bardoli Satyagraha led by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Champaran Satyagraha led by Gandhiji. So like the non-cooperation movement launched by Gandhiji, of course Congress party, Gandhiji. So keep in that point in mind. Obviously you are going to answer the question. Next one, persons, titles, books and organization. Especially in modern India. When you say Gandhiji, Ambedkarji, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal, many leaders are there. When you say about the leader name, you have to keep some points in your mind. For example, Lal Lajpat Rai, close your eyes. Lal Lajpat Rai, also known as Punjab Kesari. Okay. Lal Lajpat Rai founded Sounds organization. Lal Lajpat Rai written some books. When you talk about a person in national movement or freedom movement, their titles, their books, their organizations, their contribution. Sometimes slogans also. A common thing everybody knows that do or die. Do or die slogan is given by Gandhi during Quit India movement. What do you mean by do or die? Do otherwise die. No, not like that. That is different. Who said Delhi Chalo movement? For example, slogans. Swaraj is my birthright, I will have it. It's a common thing, everyone knows that. Give me your blood, I'll give your independence. So slogans, titles. Who is known as Rashtra Guru? Who is known as Rashtra Guru? So titles, slogans, everything is important regarding persons. Their books, for example, last year there was a question. Harijan Sevak Sangh founded by, who was founded Harijan Sevak Sangh? It was founded by Gandhiji. Is it clear? And Depressed Class Association founded by, Scheduled Caste Federation founded by, and Home Rule League of India founded by. So organization founder. This is what you are going to prepare. Next, years, events, acts. They are asking some questions on years also. Yes. In modern history, for ancient India, medieval India, most of the questions are not year related. But in modern India, most of the questions are year related. Most of the questions are year related. For example, Sarda Act passed in, Minto Mara reforms in which of the following year, Age of Consent Act passed in, or Arjan Sevak Sangh established in which of the following year. Years are very, very important for modern history. So most of the important events happen in which year? In which year? You have to be remember. So years and also acts. Come to acts which is part of polity and which is part of history. 17th Regulation Act to 1935 Government of India Act. Each and every act is important. Through each and every act they introduce something, right? For example, take the example of federal government introduced by which act? Diarchy introduced by which act? Provincial autonomy introduced by which act? Like this they are asking questions. So please, when you say 1773 Regulation Act, know the important points. 1935, know the important points. Federal court established as per which of the following act? A. 1909 Act, 1919 Act, 1935 Act, 1947 Act. So in SSC CGL, the questions are very common regarding acts. Any act usually they are asking. Clear? So this is about the Indian history. And if you see syllabus, ancient history like Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic Orient Civilization, Buddhism, Jainism, Mauryan Empire, Post-Modern Empire, Gupta Age, Post-Gupta, Arts and Literature. If you ask me which chapter is very, very important, sir, okay, usually there are repeated questions from Indus Valley Civilization. And from this Indus Valley Civilization, they are asking questions about the cities. Cities like, Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Chandaro, Banawali, many cities are there. In each and every city, when you say city, the next immediate question in examination they are asking river. Harappa on the banks of which river? Banawali on the banks of which river? Second question they are going to ask you state. So Banawali is a Indus Valley Civilization site located in which of the following state? The third important thing, what we found in that state. For example, Great Bath found in, Great Granary found in. Okay, for example, skeleton or maybe dancing girl. So trust me, if at all they are asking question from Indus Valley Civilization, these are the common question. Site, city, river and state and what we found. Some other general knowledge questions are there, that is okay. But mainly, Vedic Orient Civilization, this is also important. In this, they are mostly asking questions about the literature. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Adhara Veda, Sama Veda and the Brahmanas, and they are asking questions and recently they are asking more questions on Ramayana. Ramayana, Mahabharatam also they are asking questions. Now I am asking one question. What are the other names of Valmiki? Can anyone tell me? What are the other names of Valmiki? Last year they asked a question about the Valmiki. I am not giving answer here, but try to find out the other names of Valmiki. Don't tell me that YouTube or any Wikipedia names. Try to find out the original name, other name of Valmiki. So you have to know. It doesn't mean that you have to read entire Ramayana, entire Mahabharata. No. Try to know some characters, some main important thing, persons, epics. Okay, clear? So Vedics and Orient Civilization, in this chapter you have to focus on text is important. What is Rig Veda? What is Yajur Veda? For which? What is the purpose of Rig Veda? What is the content of Rig Veda? Right? And Buddhism, Jainism, yes. Repeatedly they are asking questions from Buddhism, Jainism. There are two types of questions are there here. Of course, all right question. Where Buddha was born? Who is the Buddha father? And what do you mean by Bodhisattva? List of Bodhisattva. List of Jain of Tirthankara. Last they asked in which of the following place Buddha got enlightenment and Buddha father name. They asked. First preaching ceremony was held at ABCD, Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, like that. So knowing the basic information about Gautam Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir is very, very important. Trust me, repeatedly they are asking questions. And Mauryan Empire, Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka, their inscription, that is okay. Post-Mauryan, different dynasties are there about the post-Mauryan. And founder of dynasty, okay. And Gupta age. And in the ancient India, most of the questions are coming from Gupta age also. from Sri Gupta to Sri Gupta, Chandragupta, and Samudragupta, Skandagupta, Brahmagupta, many Guptas are there. Each Gupta had a title, each Gupta had some contribution. Please go through that. And next to Post Gupta. In Post Gupta, very, very important, repeatedly they are asking question, one and only Harshavardhan. Harsha, we call as Harsha. Harsha Empire. And he is the most important person. Trust me, out of 6 sessions, there will be one question about the Harsha. Is it clear? And later, art and literature. Art and literature means in ancient India, what kind of philosophy is there? And what are the literature? Some great books, great literature was compiled in ancient India. Book name other, book name other, book name other. A specific content is there, you have to be remember. Clear? This is ancient India. And come to medieval India, Islam invasion. Here you should know about the 2 persons, that is Muhammad Ghazni and Muhammad Ghor. So their battles, of course they are asking question about first invasion of Ghori, last invasion of Ghazni, okay, whom they defeated, in which battle they defeated is common question. And Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire. See, any examination, if there is a medieval India, there will be one question guarantee, either from Delhi Sultanate, either from Mughal Empire. Delhi Sultanate or Mughal Empire. What you have to remember? The founder, art and architecture, kings, whatever I told you in the beginning, you have to go through it. Compulsory question, either Delhi Sultanate or maybe Mughal Empire. Babur, Akbar, Jahangir, Alauddin Khilji, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and their title during that time, who are the writers are there, their philosophy, their policies, everything is important. Qutub Minar built by, they are going to ask the question. And some cities they built. For example, Jaunpur, there is a city called Jaunpur, there is a city called Siri, okay. They'll give you a city name, who built it. And they're going to ask the questions about the books or others also. For example, Tujki Babari, Tujki Jahangiri, okay, Alamgiri Nama, Babar Nama, Akbar Nama, Rajsar Nama, like many books are there. So obviously they're going to ask the question. And Vijayanagara Empire, SSC CGL means Vijayanagara Empire means SSC CGL. They're asking question about Vijayanagara Empire, 6th Devaraya, like that, okay, their architecture. And Maratha means especially Peshwas, every Peshwa is important. And yes, Bhakti movement. Repeated questions from Bhakti movement. Bhakti movement very simple. We have great people like, what we call, for example, Ramanujacharya, Adi Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya. Some great people are there. They have some kind of philosophy. Advaita, Visishta Advaita, Advaita, Visishta Advaita, 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 some like that. So they'll ask you question, Advaita, philosophy by, Dvaita, philosophy by, Dvaita, Advaita, philosophy by, like that. And some, for example, Kabir is there. Kabir belongs to, Guru Nanak is there, like Chaitanya is there, Mirabai is there. Everyone has some philosophy. They worship some particular gods, like that. Bhakti movement is important. Frequently they're asking questions. Next, art and architecture, Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal, the same thing. This is medieval India. And modern India, we discussed already. The advent of Europeans, British conquest, British policies, revolts, national movement, person slogans, title books, and governor generals. Out of this, repeatedly they're asking questions from especially national movement. Gandhiji, all these things. Swadeshi movement, that part is very, very important. Out of all these things, questions are repeatedly coming from national movement. Questions repeatedly coming from governor generals. You should know about each and every governor general. Is it clear? Okay, just I'm giving an idea about, see, don't think that history is very, very vast. We'll make it easy for you. And no need to go through very deep regarding Indian history. No, questions are very simple, questions are very direct, some questions are repetitive. So tomorrow catch me live again, see my face again, and tomorrow same time 7 to 8 p.m. and I am going to explain the previous question. And remember, don't take that previous questions, no. Through previous questions, we are going to learn the history. So tomorrow 7 p.m. onwards, we have history previous question. Through previous questions, I am going to explain the subject also. So previous questions plus subject. So that is what I am going to cover in tomorrow's session. So meet you tomorrow again.